You feel excited when you step on them and snuff out their lives.
Are you talking about the monsters?
Monsters? They look like monsters to you? Don't worry. It's just a joke.
Hi, this is Cole, here to stream more Hexcrank Live for another episode of Hexcrank Live, streaming more Silent Hill 3. This is part 4. We are doing the amusement park and the church. So getting up to the end, last time we went to Brookhaven Hospital, tracking down a lead named Leonard, who ended up being worse than his daughter Claudia, which is pretty hard because, well, you know, she killed Heather's dad. So let's go to Lakeside Amusement Park, where the fun never ends. Hi there, Jala. So, the nice part is that the amusement park is pretty short. It's mostly small, dense areas that are full of enemies. Ooh, uh-oh. Zombie Chocobo, I can't think of your name, Eric. Well, I had a boss named Eric, but without thinking of Eric the Cockatoo, the Australian cockatoo who swears all the time and, well, I'd say he throws tantrums, but he's a cockatoo, so yeah, he throws tantrums. But he says, I'm a fucking legend. Eric is a fucking legend. I think you should own that. And it's funny because his owner, he's got a mom and a dad, and the dad, you know, goads him on, and the mom is just a helpless scold. Zombie Chocobo says, "Of fucking course I know who you're talking about. He's a fucking legend." Okay, is there a map that I forgot to pick up? Because maps are helpful. It's like I always say, if you're lost getting around a place, try finding a map. I learned it from a prophecy. Oh, there we go. Okay, dogs and scrapers. Okay, this is around the point where I died in the intro. Here at the mountain coaster. Scraper bud. Okay, so I need to find a way to get in there so I can deactivate the coaster, so I can walk along the tracks like a railroad man. It may take a little longer, but if I do it that way, I will know how to find my way back. Man, those scrapers are loud. Yeah, I'm done. gonna let these guys kill me. I'm just going to, well, A, I'll hope that we get a Voltiel appearance. He just wants to make sure I get to the church. Okay, I think that... There we go. Okay, easy enough. So if I didn't turn off that, whoa! If I didn't turn off the roller coaster, then it would come careening and kill me. That's the canonical end to the nightmare at the beginning of the game.
To find the girl, and you performed serviceably. What is it now?
You lied to me about Heather, lady. I don't like being used.
Lie? What lie?
That Heather was kidnapped from you.
But it's true. She was originally one of us. That man, Harry Mason, stole her away and kept her hidden from us.
Yeah, but she says she was happy.
She was brainwashed by him. Deceived, because her true
You would
self
know.
had not yet awoken. She carries God within her. But when a lesser, Mother of God, truly awakens...
Yeah? What's gonna happen?
She will usher in the eternal paradise.
What kind of place is that?
A place with no pain, no hunger, no sickness, no old age. There will be no greed or war, and all will live by God's grace alone.
No this, no that, no nothing. A paradise? For castrated sheep, maybe. Sounds pretty boring.
still don't understand. You're going to kill me? Is it really so easy for you?
I've done it before.
Then I truly do pity you.
All right, so there's only going to be one way forward from here. And that way forward is through the Borley Haunted Mansion. Not the Borland Haunted Mansion. Hi there, Chicken Riggies. You are just in time.
Welcome to the Borley Haunted Mansion. We're so glad you came. Please come inside and look around. When you feel you're ready, then go through the door.
Okay, I feel like I'm ready.
Help! Help! Do you hear those voices? A family of 4 was sliced into bloody pieces in this room. Ah, the cries of the children. The murderer was caught. Do you know why he said he killed his family? Because I felt I had to! Anyway, I'm lying. It's all just a joke. I wanted to scare you, that's all. The truth is, only one person died. By suicide.
Okay, is that it? That everything?
That's Danny. A quiet young man, but quite friendly as you can see. He was so eager to meet you. His hometown is New Orleans, but he came here after first losing his way. Oh, maybe you might know. Where is the path to heaven?
It's a real dead body. That doll's moving, Heather.
This mansion is quite old, so please watch your step. Sometimes the floor suddenly gives way, and beneath the floor, there's nothing. I'm so sorry. This place is just falling apart. The mechanism is broken, you see. It wasn't supposed to stop there, I assure you.
If it was hard mode, it would go down just enough to hit you if you were not ducking.
There's the exit. I hope you enjoyed your tour. Please come back anytime. Or if you'd prefer, we could come and visit you instead.
Okay.
That was supposed to be the exit, but it seems that no one wants you to leave. Everyone really likes you. They want you to stay with them forever. I have to agree with them. Don't be afraid.
Oh no!
Much.
I was almost there. I shouldn't have checked that door. I was consumed by the red light. That's kind of devious. That you go through a door, you think you're safe, but it keeps going. There's a way to make that unwinnable, at least a little bit. If you're wearing the bulletproof vest, you cannot reach max speed when you run. And so it's not possible. So you have to take that bad boy off, which can be frustrating for people who don't realize that's a trade-off for wearing the bulletproof vest. It looks really looks kind of like a no downside kind of deal, you know. What's happening? I was dealing with this for about 20 minutes before I streamed last night.
This mansion is quite old, so please watch it. I'm so sorry. This place is just falling apart. The mechanism is broken, you see. It wasn't supposed to stop there, I assure you.
So what's funny is the spikes dropping is a pretty good jump scare, you know, it's workmanlike. But the weird thing is you can cut off the actual scare for people who were here for the first part of that a while back. He says, oh, the floors are in bad shape. If you fall, there's nothing below them, which is
There's the exit. I hope
far
you
more
enjoyed
terrifying
your
to me.
tour. Please come back anytime. Or if you'd prefer, we could come and visit you instead. That was supposed to be the exit, but it seems that no one wants you to leave. Everyone really likes you. They want you to stay with them forever. I have to agree with them.
Okie doke. Now, fingers crossed that my PS2 does not decide to lock up again. Hello there, Alex. I am doing fine tonight. I've been busy packing stuff up today. Huh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think there's anything for me in this room. Yeah. I have... This sounds like a brag, and it is not a brag. I have a lot of stuff for being just a single guy. Apparently, compared to a lot of... It's a constant bone of contention with me and my family who thinks I'm ridiculous for holding on to the stuff that I do. But yeah, it requires lots of boxes, and a lot of my boxes were ruined in a flood recently. So like, I had boxes that I knew were good for video games, you know, and they were just kept in the basement, compacted, ready to use again when I moved out. And yeah, I've got to figure it all out all over again. Oh my god, what am I missing? Hi, my name is Cole. I've played this game several times before, but you wouldn't know that by looking. I'm looking for a stage. Ooh. Oh, there's an item on the stage. Okay. This is good. I can use that chain to open that rusted gate. Of course. All right. Which thing does this game want me to pay attention here to? Okay. This is an awkward adventure game puzzle. And now that door is open when it wasn't before.
I'll call an ambulance.
Wait. I don't think one will come. Don't worry. I'm used to it.
You old fool! Getting yourself hurt like that?
Sorry.
Why did you have to do that for me? What'll I do if you die?
What'll we do if this god thing gets born?
Come on. How powerful could a god from a dump like this be? I'm sure it'll be no big deal.
But anyway, something's gonna happen.
Who knows? Maybe we'd all be better off if it did.
But if this is how a god of mercy acts, I don't want to see any more of him. That's a pretty good reason to risk my life, don't you think? Plus, I'm just an old fool, right?
You think you're Superman or something?
You know, I always wanted to be him. Besides,
Yeah.
I want to help you out.
You don't have to feel responsible. I know it's not your fault.
You remind me of my son.
You said nobody was going to cry for you.
Dead people don't cry. Stupid kid got himself shot robbing a bank.
But why?
Maybe because his pop was a penniless good-for-nothing. Who knows? Anyway, now I guess I'll never find out. Sorry. I shouldn't have said you reminded me of a guy like you.
Well, maybe if you had compared me to your daughter. Listen, I'll take care of the rest. You stay here and I'll be back when it's over.
You'll be okay by yourself.
Hey, no problem. Besides, my dad's not around anymore, so only I can do this. What are you doing?
Maybe killing you here is the only way to end this nightmare.
Yeah, you might be right.
What is it?
I just came by to make sure you were still alive.
You know, in those 2 seconds.
Sorry. I'd come with you if I wasn't hurt.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the problem with older guys, huh? I'll handle things. You just rest. Don't die on me, okay?
Okay. Oh, poor Robbie. That's not where you get the popcorn from. Hey there, Ophelian. Go! Okay, that's where I came from. Okay, this is good. Good sound design. Sounds like there's somebody stomping on the roof. Client, Claudia Wolf, request searching for then infant Alessa Gillespie, kidnapped by a man named Harry Mason. No word from police, kidnap location unknown. Old Silent Hill newspaper article, Alessa Gillespie, 7 dead in fire. Links to current case to be investigated, priority low. Using alias Heather, neighbors do not know real name. What is she hiding? Might as well save, given that my PS2 is got the runs and keeps on taking shits. Snow White and Cinderella. Oh, it's like a little haunted house ride, but fairy tale themed. Okay, Cinderella obviously gets the shoe. And I believe Snow White gets the baby's head. It's a big old, looks more like a, no, I guess he has wings. It's like a dinosaur to me, though. Oh, hey, it's one of Harry's memo pads. Dahlia's the one who said it, said the girl was a demon, that she took my daughter for a sacrifice. But it's not totally believable. I mean, appearances can be deceiving. When I saw that photo in the hospital basement, I thought, that girl looks like Cheryl. Is that why I feel this way? Something's not normal anyway. Nothing good will come of this. But I just can't think of her as a demon. Is it my imagination, or do I actually feel sorry for her? Why do I feel like she's looking for someone to help? Cheryl's what's important to me. Everything else can wait until I've gotten her back. Yeah, it's from Silent Hill 1. Even in death, he's giving her stun gun batteries. So much red foliage. What should I use? Oh, it's a special occasion. Oh, hey. Welcome back. It's like from the first game. When 13 turns count 4, then you will die from their curse. If you wish to escape, there is but one way out. To kill before you are killed. You will be saved by the 12th death. Okay, I jumped the gun. We need to execute some horses. God, I forgot how mean those hooks look. Yeah, they're also breathing out noxious gas. Nobody tell Autumn. I hate saying this 2 times in one dinner, but horses ass. It's a real boring carousel. Usually they have a bunch of different animals on them. You'd know? Okay, are any of these moving still? I'm nervous now. Hi, Alessa. Okay, she blocks your attacks, even with a gun. Let's see how much damage. I think I can take one more before using a... Oh, am I out of shotgun ammo? Well, this is bad news. Wait, one moment. Hey, Equus. Okay, she is going to get up and attack with a new... with a new weapon. So I think she's got the pipe now. No, she's got the knife. Whoa, no, she's got a pistol. Okay, I can take one more. I'm not necessarily fucked if I run out of this ammo, because I do have lots of submachine gun ammo. I just like to save that for the final boss. Okay, she's gonna get back up with something. Alright, she's got the pipe now. It's no fair that she gets to block, but I can't. Why won't you die? Okay, I think she only has 4 forms. I think this is the last one where she comes back with the submachine gun. Come on, unload your clip in me. In this horse, I mean. Oh, it looked like she was going to go down. Notice also that the carousel is winding down into the earth while this is happening. Yeah, my past experience tells me that ammo is more scarce in the end game than health is. So that's why I'm making the decision that I'm making here. And I think she's done. It would be better for myself to die. After all, it's nothing to be afraid of. That child, that demon. When I think of the endless pain it will bring when it's birthed, I decided that, instead of the suffering and cruelty I endured in the sick room, that I would like to bestow a more gentle and peaceful death on myself. Why do I resist? I never thought of myself as such a fool. It's not like I don't remember that sick room either. So, we're now deep within the earth. It's a very inconvenient way to get to church. Got a bad case of organic floor. Stained by the evils of this world, we hold our sorrows within us. Only you can heal these wounds. Each morning, afternoon, evening, and night, we call out your name and pray for the day of the miraculous descent. I give to you unreservedly my body and my eternal soul. Whatever darkness may befall me, I will endure with you beside me. As proof of your miraculous power, guide our obedient and willing souls on the road to paradise, O Lord. We will not give in to the power of temptation as long as we have you in our hearts. O Lord, save us with your compassion. O Lord, shower us with your blessings. O Lord, favor us with your abundance. Yeah, there have been a couple of times where I've had to kill God with the katana because I ran out of bullets in the endgame. This door is the gate which leads to the road to paradise. Embrace the bosom of the Holy Mother. Admit your sins and be forgiven. Eternal tranquility can be yours. Tempting.
How did you get here? It was Vincent, wasn't it? He led you here. When will he cease his meddling? But it's just as well. Luring you here also serves my purposes.
Checkmate.
That's the name of her gun, checkmate.
The time is not yet at hand. The time when all will be forgiven their sins. When the paradise we have long dreamed for will arrive. After the judgment and atonement, an eternity of bliss. Oh, Alessa, the world you wanted is nearly here.
She never wanted it, dog.
That's not what I want.
Not you. Alessa, your true self.
But I am sweet sister.
Alessa, is it you? Oh, how I've missed you.
I don't need another world. It's fine the way it is.
But you said it yourself. The world must first be cleansed with fire.
But that's not what I want now.
Alessa, don't you want happiness? Have you become blind to all the hopeless suffering in the world? We all need God's salvation.
Listen, suffering is a fact of life. Either you learn how to deal with that or you go under. You can stay in your own little dream world, but you can't keep hurting other people. Besides, I'll never forgive you for hurting my father.
I wish only for the salvation of mankind. But for that to happen, the world must first be remade. And for that, we need God.
You self-righteous witch! No one asked you to help!
God is growing within you. You despise me, don't you?
You're damn right I do!
That's good.
Oh, Alessa mio, divided girl of mine. Okay, and here we are in the chapel. We're collecting tarot cards. This is part of the big, those tarot cards are part of the big kind of meta puzzle of this area. Let's learn a little bit about their cult mythology. One, origin. In the beginning, people had nothing. Their bodies ached and their hearts held nothing but hatred. They fought endlessly, but death never came. They despaired, stuck in the eternal quagmire. Hey there, Knive. Thank you for the bits. Also, hello there, Milkshake. Two, birth. A man offered a serpent to the sun and prayed for salvation. A woman offered a reed to the sun and asked for joy. Feeling pity for the sadness that had overrun the earth, God was born from those two people. So man created God. Three, salvation. God made time and divided it into day and night. God outlined the road to salvation and gave people joy. And God took endless time away from the people. Four, creation. God created beings to lead people in obedience to her. The red god, Zuchalbara, the yellow god, Lobsilvith, many gods and angels. Finally, God set out to create paradise, where people could be happy just by being there. The red god Zuchalbara is believed to be at least one of the believed to be associated with Pyramid Head. Lobsilvith, I believe, is associated with Valtiel. 5. Promise. But there, God's strength ran out and she collapsed. All the world's people grieved this unfortunate event, yet God breathed her last. She returned to the dust, promising to come again. Six, faith. So God hasn't been lost. We must offer our prayers and not forget our faith. We wait in hope for the day when the path to paradise will be opened. You know, in the flame and blood of the existing world. All right, we've saved, we've learned, we have a tarot card. I don't have a map of the area, but that'll be fixed soon. This is very cool. This is a place from Alessa's childhood, so why wouldn't the map be drawn in crayon?
Dear God, please forgive me. I know I'll be put to death for the sins I've committed. And I'll go to my death gladly and with a peaceful heart. But please, grant me just a small piece of your everlasting mercy. Let me see my child once within your golden gates. Deliver me not to hell, but to purgatory. Allow me to atone for my sins there. I'll stand within the very flames of redemption, no matter how they burn me. Forgive me for my wicked act of revenge. And deliver the soul of my poor murdered daughter. Please, also care for the soul of the girl whose life I have taken. God, I am a child, trembling with fear as I stare at death. Soothe my tortured soul with your infinite mercy. Please, forgive me.
I'm not God. I can't forgive anything. Here it comes. Yeah, there is no other world church or regular church. No, it's just the church. And this area has special kind of blackened versions of enemies that have kind of a version of the corruption that was taking over the mirror world when I was in the hospital. They're a little bit more durable. represents the deity known as the Halo of the Sun, and heraldry symbolizes a religious group. The 2 outer circles are charity and resurrection. The 3 inner circles are past, present, and future, usually drawn in red, occasionally drawn in black or other colors, but blue reverses the meaning into a curse on God and is therefore forbidden. So that's the sign we've been seeing. And probably the second most likely tattoo I would ever get. Ah! Big guy hit. 2 big guys. Saint Jennifer, unwavering faith under death's blade. Saint Alessa, mother of God, daughter of God. Saint... Don't name him Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas, miraculous hands, doctor of God. Thanks to reincarnation, I died as Alessa, but I'm still living as myself. But, you know, just the thought of it is starting to turn my stomach. Hey, Cascaboon, thank you. Oh, someone's crying. I hear footsteps. She walked into the door behind the angel. New enemies. Scrapers is what they're called. The analyses said that they're called that and they look like that because they because Alessa and the god specifically is the one creating these images. There's anxiety about abortion and abortion doctors, so, you know, Scraper, DNC, you know. There is no religion that has remained unchanged from the moment it was founded. This one is no exception. When this religion fell into the hands of immigrants, it was deeply influenced by their own original Christian beliefs. For example, the traditional representatives of these primal gods may be given the names and descriptions of Christian angels. Thus, shared characteristics begin to emerge. There is also one rare example of the chief deity, creator of paradise or Lord of serpents and reeds, being dubbed with a demon's name. Of course, this was not done by believers, but by their opponents. So that is how you end up with the supposed god of this place, Samael, being named after a demon from Christian mythology. Hey there, Alistair Kane. Another tarot. Ah, this is good.
Hiya, Heather.
You show up everywhere, don't you?
You make me sound like some kind of unwanted pest.
Well, who are you anyway?
Haven't you realized that yet?
Yeah, you're on Claudia's side.
I told you not to put me in the same category as that mad woman.
Well, you're pretty loony yourself.
It's true. We believe in the same God. But I'm quite sane.
Which is what sane people always say.
So why did you help me out then? Was that also part of trying to resurrect God?
It's not uncommon for people to worship the same God and still disagree.
God? Are you sure you don't mean devil?
Whichever you like. The point is that now I really am on your side. I don't want God to be born. Wouldn't be convenient. Much too unpredictable.
So you've been using me to stop Claudia, is that it? Do your own dirty work.
My dirty work? I think we both had our own interests in mind. You hate her too, don't you? You're the only one who can get it done. I don't have powers like you two. Besides, I always hated getting all hot, sweaty.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking out for myself. Everyone does it. Huh. Don't stand there looking so smug. You're the worst person in this room. You come here and enjoy spilling their blood. And listening to them cry out. You feel excited when you step on them and snuff out their lives.
Are you talking about the monsters?
Monsters? They look like monsters to you? Don't worry. It's just a joke.
I love the facial acting in that.
By the way, I forgot to ask you. Did you get the seal of Metatron?
What's that?
You don't have it? Leonard was carrying it.
You mean this thing?
Yes, that's it. As long as we have that, we're fine. Here, take this.
Hey, Steve. Dad noises. Simpson meme. Pictures of Vincent looking smug over a sign that says "Do it for him." Ooh, let's read a textbook about the cult. A big old book that I got from Vincent in the Archive. Big ol'. Okay, seal the Metatron. This magic square, with strong protective and dispelling properties, is called the Virun 7 Crest, or the Seal of Metatron. It will bring results regardless of whether the target is good or evil. Its strength, therefore, places a very high burden on the caster. As it is also difficult to control, it is not usually used. This is why it bears the name Metatron, after the angel Metatron, or Metraton, also known as the Agent of God. Tarot was based on the 22 Hebrew consonants and is said to represent the entire world. Each card, numbered 0 through 21, has a particular meaning. By reading these cards, fortune tellers predict the future. For example, the first card, the Magician, signifies creation, wisdom, beginnings, and destruction and fraud. The second card, the High Priestess, denotes intuition, harmony, faith, or dogmatism and arrogance. Have we noticed that this sounds like people? The Magician sounding like Vincent and the High Priestess sounding like Claudia? According to some texts, the Gardner deck had more than 22 cards. The Gardner deck does not exist today. It is mentioned only in the literature. It is said that these extra cards were based on lost Hebrew vowels and denote an otherworldly transcendental existence, i.e. God. So, there should be an elevator or something nearby, because there's not really anything more to do on this floor. Okay, it might be up around that edge. Ophelia asked if that logic makes Heather the fool. Yes, as an answer in this game, but also maybe Heather's the fool. But I mean, most characters in literature, protagonists anyway, are the fool because they are kind of guided by the events of the story, but also affected, as opposed to being archetypes. Not to get all TV tropes on you. I'm hurting. Shame I can't eat that jerky. I'm gonna wait to use the ampule. Does this room look familiar to anybody? This is my sketchbook from 17 years ago. On the front cover here is a picture of Dad. Really awful artwork. Yeah, it looks a lot like Harry. What's this doing here? I had a dream. In my dream, I opened a door, but wasn't that really me? I had a different name. Okay, so this is a clue for this puzzle. We need more of the tarot cards to do this. The chat is being very funny right now. 5 are true and 4 are lies, and there are some fibs mixed in with the truth. That's 'cause it's scary to write only the truth. But dreams are like lies after all. Okay, so we need to get a good look at this. And I need to make some notes of it because we need to do a little bit of paperwork on it. All right, so you see how, man, I wish I had the version of this program I wish I had the easy version of this program where I could draw over the screen, but I don't think I have that. No, okay. So I'll just explain the way this works. So you see how each of those banks of letters, so 6 letters, 9 banks of letters throughout there are mixed in non-Roman letters within the kind of Roman letters, specifically for Roman numerals. So if you take away all of the non-Roman letters, so in this first bank, it would be NGOE, you're left with II, which is 2. If you do that among all of these, then you end up with what ends up being a key for where you ultimately need to go. So if you do this for each of these, so you take away NGOE, that's 2. You take away W, that's a V maybe? Or is it an F? Something like that. Regardless, you take it away. You get 12. Blah, blah, blah. That is, or no, 22. That's 12. MXX. That's weird. That shouldn't be. Wouldn't that be 1020? Yeah, anyway. The center there's nothing, so that would be 0. 18 on that, I believe. XII, also 12. 122, and then CCXI, so yeah. I've written this down. This will end up correlating with the individual cards that we have here. So I might as well start examining these. So moon is 18. And night, that one is 22. Okay. And those are the places where the cards need to go, correlating to the 9 banks of letters. Yeah, Alessa and Claudia were childhood friends. Another Harry note. She's just beyond this door. I don't know how, but I can sense it. But she's not the only one there. I sense the presence of something extremely dangerous, even sickening, or maybe what they call God. Nevertheless, I will open that door. Enough of this idle chit-chat. God, I'm not, but I fully intend to save her. No, them. Oh, Harry. Harry, Harry, Harry. Okay, so that's the final hallway. We've seen the goal. My radio's going crazy because of Valtiel. You can see him back there being weird. At other places in this area, he just kind of crawls up and down the hallway. Oh no. "24 years ago, Dahlia used me to summon God. God was in my womb, but I couldn't deliver her. Then I was shut up here in this hospital room. I stayed here until Dad helped me out when I was 14. God ate away at me from within, driving me mad with suffering. There I was, wishing I could just die and be done with it. But I went on living that nightmare for 7 years. Looking at this bed just reminds me of those awful days. And I don't want to remember them, because I'm not Alessa anymore. But Alessa is still me. I'm really not trying to deny it or anything." You just want to go pop some otherworld pills? Okay, so this is important. At Glaufatus, red liquid or crystals resembling blood. According to the Kabbalah, the name is taken from an herb with the power to dispel evil spirits. It is said to grow in Arabian deserts. It may be vaporized or applied as a poultice to guard against demons. It is powerful, but as it is rare, it is extremely difficult to obtain. You remember that is what we got from Kaufman's motorcycle tank in in Silent Hill 1, what we used to rescue Sybil, and also what we used to exorcise the imperfect god from Alessa. Uh-oh. You guys weren't there before. Okay. I have a brass key that will get me into some of these places. Fortunately, this is a small area. God, those guys are big. Okay, where do I need to go? Up here through this door. Yeah, Sorophilian is asking what happened to Sybil in the chat. I need to go take a look at the Silent Hill wiki because I forget. Part of me thinks that the ending where she lives is not canonical, but you might have enough Aglaophatus for everybody. Ooh, it's Claudia's room. Oh, no, it's a mirror of her dad's room. Oops. We will get to Claudia's room. Hey, it's Harry's diary. I sometimes have the sense, even now, that this girl is a reincarnation of Alessa. I don't worry much about it now. That's all forgiven. You were unloved, Cheryl. Or was that Alessa? Now Cheryl is Alessa again. No matter whose reincarnation she may have been, that girl is my most beloved treasure. But that name was a mistake. At the time, I thought of her only as a replacement for my lost Cheryl. When she knows the truth, will she feel bad? That's what worries me. So I was Alessa after all. Even in death, given her stun gun batteries. But yeah, Harry couldn't keep calling Heather Cheryl because not the same girl. Be disrespectful. Shit. Okay, maybe time to use an ample. I can take like 1 or 2 more hits. Oh, and there we go. Where do I go? Up here and left. Okay. I hate this room. So, this is what they did with their dad. Okay, we got some morgue drawers. That's a thing. And then, yeah, occasionally we just started putting them behind the walls, and finally, well, we couldn't bother with that, so they just started spilling out. All of the cult dead. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man Tarot card. I have 4 cards now. That is good. That is 18 for Moon. Did I write that down already? Yes, I did. Hanged Man, I have not. That's 12. The Fool is 0. Okay, so Zombie Chocobo says that, according to the wiki, nobody knows what Sybil's fate was. Also, hello, Nick Fullspec. I think I have everything I need here, so I need to go back upstairs. There's a door here that was locked. Oh yeah, right after the confessional. So we head back upstairs. Fuck you. I even went to the wrong... No, I went to the right place. And yeah, there's a note in the wiki that references the Book of Lost Memories. Is that the PS Vita game, or is that just Book of Memories? That hallway is more cluttered than it was before. Okay, Book of Lost Memories was a lore book released in Japan. Fuck's sake. Oh no. Here lies Heather, pummeled to death by 2 big boys. Hachi Machi. And the classroom will be just like we saw it before, right? No big deal. Oh, it's worse. It's worse now. And it's so bad that I ran to the wrong wall for the door. Oh, it's spreading. Oh no. All right. Hey, Valtiel, what up? You lose a contact? Okay, fuck this guy. Our classroom resolutions doesn't say anything about abandoning your friends or scribbling on the desks. Oh, it's always school. Always, always school. Go home, drop dead, thief. This used to be Alessa's. I mean, this was my desk once upon a time. There's a girl named Alessa in my class. If your memory's any good, you may remember her. She's the one I said they called a witch. Most likely her mother is abusing her. I've never seen her come in without some sort of scrape or bruise. Her expression is pitifully dark for a 6-year-old. Something like this may not be so uncommon. Rather than coming up with pointless ideas, it's best just to watch and wait. Good call. But isn't there something I can do to help? I'm considering consulting a lawyer, but I do have my reservations. That's why I thought I'd ask you first, my friend, for your opinions. Kay Gordon. That was her teacher. Wanted to help, but didn't have it in her. Poor kid. Let's pop in this tape. It might be Thriller.
Do you know about what happened here 17 years ago? You've been here a long time. You must have heard some details.
A group of pagans, blinded by earthly desires, spit in the very face of God. They tried to use the seal of Metatron to prevent God's awakening. But God drove the unbelievers away and threw them into the abyss. But due to their wickedness, God was unable to be born properly. And so, she has slumbered ever since in the womb of the Holy Mother until the time of the awakening. That's all that I know.
That's it, huh? Well, thanks.
Father Vincent, I heard that the Holy Mother has been found. Is it true?
Alessa has been found? Did Claudia say that?
Yes.
Then it must be true. Her sight rarely fails her.
Bless the Lord.
Maybe it's because of her great faith. But I could never be like her. I wouldn't want to.
Nor I. The truth is, Sister Claudia frightens me a little.
Well now, let's both show our faith by forgetting about this little talk, okay?
Yes, but does that mean this land will finally be the home of eternal paradise?
If God wills it, my sister. If God wills it.
Okay. DX Grey Fox asks if I'm playing this on the Xbox One. No, I'm playing this on the PS2. I'm running it into a Razer Ripsaw capture card. It has a special dingus for inputting component video. Yeah. People are starting to voice their dissatisfaction about Father Vincent using the organization's money for his own personal benefit. I've also heard rumors that Father Vincent has been extorting donations from some followers. Is he really the right person for such a position? I'm in no place to deny all he's done to make the organization grow. Even though we believe in God, if there were some sort of gathering, shouldn't we be valued not for our limited talents or our talkativeness, but for the depth of our faith? LS. Okay. Another health pickup, which will be good. Let's see. I'm pretty close to having everything that I need. 2 more rooms here, and then we go. Oh, right, this is a bullshit room that just has scrapers in it. I don't know who LS is. It might be the woman who was heard on the tape there. It is not Leonard, because Leonard's last name is Wolf. It's Leonard Wolf and Claudia Wolf. Okay, here is our final tarot card, the High Priestess. Oh, and here's Claudia's diary. Let's see. Let's invade some privacy. November 10th. She didn't die then. She was born. I know that for a fact. But then why haven't I found her yet? They were supposed to need her power to build paradise for the happiness of the people. She was supposed to be reborn for that. I'd really like to see her. November 14th. Read The Book of Paradise. I want to thank Father for lending me such an invaluable book. I found what I'd been searching for in there, how to awaken God, but it's much too cruel. Will I be able to pull it off when I see her? November 16th. I was free all day, so I read A Modern History of Refugees and Young Slaves, Child Exploitation. I don't want to be a mere bystander in this world. I can't do anything now, though, and that's what's hard. And she held on to a birthday card. To Claudia, happy 6th birthday. I love you as if you were my real sister. Here's to you. Yeah, unless I wrote that. They were friends. Yeah, Claudia's an interesting character. She's doing terrible things out of conviction and faith. The ends that she wants have blinded her to the pain that would be caused by going for a solution. The pain that would be caused by helping people. For fuck's sake. Really? Let me run through that body, please. Oh, he's still alive. God, this fucking room. The blood is overflowing. Turn left. Third door. Okay, so I'm gonna save. My health is in a bad way. Let's see. What does the priestess? That is 2. Okay. Gonna do a little bit of notepad work here. All right, 1 moment of silence for me to work this out. Okay, 2 matches 2. Okay, priestess is upper left. And then Eye of Night is 22, and that is the top middle. Okay, the moon is 18, so that would be middle right. The Hanged Man is 12. That would be bottom left, I think. And then Fool is in the middle, 0. Okay, High Priestess. You go in the upper left. Moon is in this one. I have Night as top middle. Hanged Man, bottom left. Okay. Well, now that I've done that and I've got all my equipment on, might as well save. Make it easier when I die and have to do this again. Very similar shots to the beginning of Silent Hill 1. Oh, Nick Volspec just got the Diggity Duck bundle too, and also put some money in the tip jar. Thank you.
What do I want? Well, for the two of you to die, that would be nice.
Could you make that happen?
Then I could relax.
When did you stop believing in God? God lives. Just look around you.
But I do believe in her. In my own way. I fear her, and I adore her. But I haven't lost my mind like you. You think that this is the work of God? Isn't this all nothing more than your own personal nightmare? Just like Alessa 17 years ago? If this really is the work of God, then I'd say she has lousy taste.
You mock God? Traitor. You will go to hell.
Not that again! Who do you think you are, claiming to know God's will?
Go home, Vincent.
Home. This church is my home. I built it with my power. The power of money that you view with such scorn. Although I admit that this atrocious scenery is all yours.
If you continue to get in my way,
Then you'll kill me? Well, the guest of honor has arrived. Let's get this party started. Heather, go ahead and kill this crazy bitch. This demon who claims to speak for God. The time has come. You can kill her now.
you'll go to hell!
What did you do?
Nothing important.
You're not going to run? I guess this is the end.
No, the beginning. As Vincent said, the time has come. Alessa, I'm saddened that you didn't agree to this on your own. But I thank you for nurturing God with all the hate in your heart. It's time for mankind to be released from the shackles of sin which bind them.
But a God born from hatred can never create a perfect paradise.
Happy people can be so cruel. Is it so hard to believe that sympathy could be born out of pain and suffering? Why do you reject God's mercy? Why do you cling to this corrupt world? You know that only God can save us.
And save you too? Happy ending? I'd rather go to hell.
No, I don't expect to be saved.
And that's what makes you scary.
And that's fine. Alessa, my dearest. For the pain that I've caused you, I deserve no mercy. Even if it was to save mankind. It was too deep a sin. It was hubris for me to try to hasten the day of her arrival. Sacrifices were made. Those are my sins.
If you feel so guilty about it, why don't you go to hell? Heather, Use the seal.
Vincent? The seal of Metatron?
Now your stupid dream is over.
Oh, that's just a piece of junk. What do you think you can do with that? Do you really think it can kill God? I'm sorry to see you fell for my father's foolishness.
What?
You're pathetic. But God loves even you. Now, Alessa, there's nowhere else to run. Just accept it, Alessa.
You brought the god home.
The pain will disappear. I've been waiting so long for this. Even as a child, I knew I would see the coming of this day. I knew I would be a witness to it. Judgment Day. Alessa?
Shut your stinking mouth, bitch!
So, if I do nothing, I will eventually give birth to the god. We have to use some knowledge from the notes that we picked up. Namely, the note about Aglophagus, knowing that it dispels demons. And also we have that knowledge from the first game. And here's this. Dad gave me this pendant on my birthday. It's one of my most treasured belongings. We can examine it. Inside is a red jewel, a little red tablet. When I asked Dad what it was, he said, just a lucky charm. But then he told me to take good care of it and never take it off. I wonder why I feel sick inside when I look at it. So, that right there, Harry held some Aglophagus back for himself.
What are you doing?
Dad.
She is nearly here.
It's one way to look at it.
Alessa, what have you done? What did you swallow?
Whew. Hi, friend. So should I worship that?
Looks like God didn't make it.
Stop! God is...
Claudia!
Alessa, you cannot kill God. I will...
God, those sounds. And there she is, falling into the oblong opening for the birthing process. Notice the floor getting bloody beneath her. There was a hole here, but it's wrecked now. There's Valtiel putting the hood over God's face.
Can't be dead. I was gonna kill you. This is God.
Okay, so what we need to do is attack it so that it will drop like that, and then go up and attack its weakened lowered head. My favorite design touch on that, because the god is both mother and daughter at the same time, the fact that her pelvis and hip bones are all completely denuded of flesh. This kind of speaks volumes about her nature. I am going to just try and keep my distance. How's my health doing? Not good. Not good. So if I fuck up here, there is something I can do, leveraging my history with the game. I can't believe I didn't think of this. Just because I want to show the ending of this game, and I don't want to replay the end. Yeah, I don't want to replay the whole chapel section. I'll just reload an old save. Chicken Ricky's asked, did you run out of health items? Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, this kind of just ends up becoming a damage race. Maybe 1 or 2 attacks left in me. Okay, what I can do, I will reload an ending save from a previous run. Let's see how I beat this boss when I did it for WAF. Why don't we? Oh, nothing will soil my good cheer. So let's go back up, looking for 2016. There we go. There's results. There's Alessa's room. Yeah, there we are. So, in the chat, since I looked at that, or since I reloaded the new save, Chicken Reese asked, are we seeing a re-waff? No, this is not re-waff. Zicho says, this is an HH-waff, a schwaff. Prince Robot says they're excited to hear what the horror month is going to be about this year. We've already recorded the announcement episode, so I'm jazzed for you to hear it. I think it's a really good idea. Otherwise, I don't know that I would have, gone for it if it wasn't a good idea. You'll hear that on early release on Thursday. Let's see. Zombie Chocobo says, I hope it's Rule of Rose on hard mode. I want to write an essay about Rule of Rose and I will eventually. But Gary would lose his mind playing Rule of Rose. Alright, let's scope out my provisions. Why don't we? Wow, I'm not that much better off for health this time than I was before. Did I just fuck myself? Okay, well, we, die. Okay, so I'm going to try one more time on this save, and then I'm going to go one save back. Okay, Zombie Chocobo has a good suggestion. Try only using the handgun when she's not on the ground, and then use the big guns when she's down. That is a good suggestion. Oh wow, look at that. That is very good. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. You may have saved the evening. God damn it. You want to go back one more save? Let's see here. This will be from around the time that I beat the game initially. No, that's 2007. That's ridiculous. 2004? Really? Belfry 2004. That's too far back. Huh. Well, I know it's possible because I did this before. Okay, so Eric's advice is holding true. 3 shots to down her, and then 1 shotgun shot, and then dodge. Huh. Wow, okay. Easy enough. Random song. 3 hands will kill her, 3 hands will grill her. You shouldn't feed her 3 hands. I forget if she's down. I was too into singing that Brack Show song. Okay, perfect. Good. Zombie Chocobo, you are tonight's Hex Crane VIP of the night. He saved the session. Oh yes, Dad Noises makes a suggestion to add to the soundscape. I forgot to do the air horn. Burr, burr, burr. The guy that Zicho's looking at says this boss fight will take only roughly an hour if you look at, or if you only use the katana. Man, this is bad. I don't care for this one bit. Oh, half an hour. That makes it better. Okay. What can I do here? Okay, so Zicho's guide says, run up with the katana, stand back until she swipes, and then hit for 2 or 3 hits, and then back off. Ooh. Okay, I have enough ammo to bring her down one more time. God damn it. I don't know if this is one of those things where streaming makes it feel different or worse, but man, I have no recollection of this boss being this unbalanced and long. No recollection whatsoever. Yes! Thank God. No, thank Eric. Eric gave me the pro tip. Thank you.
Is that the end? I guess it's time to roll the credits.
Thank God, she says, after killing God. It's Eric. Oh, God, I hate this. Oh, it's just hitting her now. Where do we go from here?
still alive.
Oh. Just a joke.
You've got terrible
I'm
taste.
sorry.
Heather, did
You
you...
don't have to call me that. I'm not hiding anymore.
Want me to use your real name? What was it again?
Cheryl. The name my father gave me.
Aww. You gonna let your hair color go back too?
I don't know. Don't you think blondes have more fun?
Spoke of tortured souls, so outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have.
So yeah, that was... Wait, why are people in the chat talking about spaghetti time? And now the pasta... What am I forgetting? What do you... But before I do my ending monologue, I really need to know what you guys are talking about. Oh, yeah, pasta time, because of the mandolin. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. Sorry. I just like, wait a minute. Stop everything. I'm outraged. I'm outraged, I tell you. No. So, that final boss is a real bummer. Yeah, not done that particularly great on the final boss, but most of the stuff leading up to it, on all of it, really. Silent Hill 3 is a wonderful game. 2 rightfully gets a lot of attention, but I think that if you view 2 as an outlier in the series, which you necessarily have to, because of not just how good it is, but also the weight of its reputation, you know, putting 3 in, it fits in with most of the other games. I think that 3 is astounding. There are a few examples that I could give of a better sequel. This feels necessary to resolve kind of everything that was set up in Silent Hill 1, which is an excellent game in its own right, and I think is forgotten because of the generation, honestly, because of the hardware and because it is hard to look at and hard to play and all of those additional things. Heather is an amazing protagonist. I like her so much. It's a great choice to make you play as Alessa herself. It's a great choice to give you villains, something that outside of Dahlia in the first game, the series kind of lacks, honestly. You have a couple of people who are working against you, and you have kind of the town itself. This is, you know, between Vincent and Claudia having kind of very similar origins, but having vastly different motivations. They're wonderful characters, and they serve as a great foil for Heather. Yeah, I don't know. Silent Hill 3, it's great. You know, it's hard to pick favorites. You know, even if you don't go with the, Silent Hill 2 is obviously the best. Or even if you don't go with the, Silent Hill 2 is overrated, I'm going to pick something different. Just to be contrarian. Either of those. Like, the first 3 games have so much to recommend them. Yeah, Silent Hill 3. That's great. If there are people who experienced it for the first time watching me play, you know, encourage you to get it and play it if you can, because, you know, there's something about navigating this world and getting lost and knocking on doors, the feel of it, getting kind of wrapped into the other world specifically, and, you know, not having somebody here to talk you through it that is kind of not capturable with me making jokes and stuff. You have to play it alone. You have to feel like you're trapped. So I'm gonna go. It is pushing midnight here, and I have a long day of packing tomorrow and cleaning and stuff. Take care, everybody. If you're watching on Twitch, consider following or subscribing. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Get notifications when new stuff goes up. Otherwise, I will be back next weekend. Probably going to be doing some PC and indie stuff over the next few weeks, just because I'm going to have most of my video games packed up. So keep an eye out for that. I'll try to pick stuff that you know about. Not going to throw too many curveballs, because I've thrown a lot of curveballs recently. All right. Well, take care and have a wonderful week until I see you again. Bye.